The war between Russia and Ukraine is now entering a new chapter. The conflict between the two neighboring countries has widened into a threat of war between Russia and NATO. This came out after NATO placed its military forces on the border of the Russian Federation. NATO, led by the United States and European countries, is now posing a multiplier threat to Russia. The number of NATO troops deployed to Eastern Europe has reached 360,000 personnel. On the west side is Poland, which has the ambition to become the strongest military in Europe. Meanwhile, in the northwest, Finland has volunteered to become a member of NATO. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu revealed that the 360,000 NATO troops were equipped with 8,000 armored vehicles, 6,000 artillery and mortar systems, 650 aircraft and helicopters. Taking into account the armed forces of Eastern European countries, about 360,000 military personnel, said Shoigu. In response, Russia will strengthen the armed forces stationed on its western borders in response. Shoigu also continued to observe Poland's movements in achieving its mission of becoming the strongest military in Europe. One that has been seen is the massive purchase of weapons from the US, UK to South Korea. In addition, Warsaw also plans to create a complex called Poland-Ukraine. According to Shoigu, the construction of the complex is ostensibly to ensure the security of western Ukraine, when in fact Poland intends to control the region. Moscow accuses Poland and Finland of threatening the security of its borders. Russia vowed to respond to the risk of multiple threats from NATO member states along Russia's western borders. In recent weeks, Poland has stepped up border security with neighboring Belarus, a close ally of Russia and a state of the Russian Federation. Poland's move to add troops to the border follows reports that fighters from the Wagner mercenary group have set up new bases across the country. Meanwhile, Finland, which shares a 1,340-kilometer border with Russia, joined NATO in April. Threats to the military security of the Russian Federation have multiplied in the western and northwestern strategic areas. Russian Defense Minister Sergei Shoigu told a meeting of military officials. Such risks require a timely and adequate response, he added. We will discuss the necessary steps to neutralize threats at the meeting and make the right decision. Hundreds of tanks delivered to Ukraine. Meanwhile, Ukraine will reportedly receive hundreds of additional Leopard 1 tanks thanks to a new European agreement. In total, more than 100 Leopard tanks will be delivered to Ukraine in 2024 as Ukraine's counterattack against Russia continues. The latest report, Freddy Versoes, chief executive of the Belgian defense company OAP Land Systems, reported by Reuters, admitted that his party sold 50 Leopard tanks to an unnamed European country. Freddy Versoes said that the tanks were purchased from the Belgian government more than 5 years ago, but did not say how much the tanks were sold for or which country bought them. The Guardian separately reports the number of such tanks is 49 units. German outlet Handelsblatt reports that German weapons manufacturer Rheinmetall has purchased 50 Leopard 1 tanks from OAP. About 30 of them are said to be sent to Ukraine after being renewed.